Well, if you can still hear after that, here's splitting air release. Hi, I'm Tangles. This is my garage, and this is my car. So a couple of days past the last recording I did, but I hadn't moved on the bar. So I've just glassed. So I'm just reinforcing this over. I drilled all the holes. I assume I showed you I drilled a heap of holes, like up the sides and in the ends, to allow the glass to, the resin to penetrate and hold. I don't know if you can see them there. So I took that off where it was before, that little piece that was sort of there to there, which was sort of starting to delaminate, and cleared all that up and put a bigger piece on there. Same, and over here where I broke that piece off. So this is the bit that was hanging free, and I decided to cut it, which was a mistake because there was a little bit of plastic in there. It had completely separated on the top side of the plastic there. So same technique, holes everywhere, like honeycombed, the whole thing. Yeah, see it on the outside maybe. Here we go, there, see the holes. That's what I've got done for the time being. I'm going to let that dry, set, whatever you want to call it. And then take the tapes and supports off, and this is going to need more glass on it, to take that away and then build up some more glass to get some more thickness in there. But yeah, apart from that, the next decision I'm going to make is, do I turn this bar into the splitter because that one doesn't fit, and because there's a dude selling a factory 4-door bar, which doesn't look as good as this obviously, but it's the right colour and it will fit. So I could run that for drifting and driving on the road, and then run the splitter on track events. So I don't know. The reason being I can't just take the splitter off this is because now that the car's lifted 25mm, I'm going to have to drop the bar 25mm. So I'm going to make the bar 25mm lower at the base. Now how I'm going to do that I'm not sure, but it will require modification of the bar. I'm thinking of using just some aluminium box, 25 square, there, and whatever I need in there. I haven't measured that. And then foam filling it, and then glassing over the top of that, and then the splitter will screw through the aluminium box section, so as it's nice and solid. The bar will be rigid, and then it'll obviously go through the bar. I'll have a couple of stays coming off the Rio with a hole in the bar wherever it needs to be. Looking at it, it'll probably be about there for a bolt or something to go through, and then a stay down to the splitter. A different bar would be better though. I had a bar that aggressively cut back to the bottom, so a pen or a pencil. Here you go, I'll draw it on this tape. So there's a bar, headlights up here. My splitter can't protrude past adjacent bodywork, so if this is back here, it allows a longer splitter and therefore better effect. So it's a bit of a thing with this bar here, that bottom piece is in line with the top, so effectively I can't run a splitter protruding there, but as it cuts away, as the bar comes back, I can leave it out there. So yeah, a few design questions I have to ask myself. What I was going to do with this one, same issue. I know I was going to just cut that back because this is cheap and nasty. The bar not so much. But yeah, I'll have a think. I'll come up with a solution. Okay, still glassing the bar. Just finished on the other side. Nice fresh glass there. There and there. And there. and as the glass is going off I tried to stuff it in the holes on the side. Didn't really work. I was a bit too slow. That's okay, I can touch that up. Now I will need to put more glass on this one. The underside, it's a bit thin. The whole thing is still a bit too thin. But that's okay, there's 3 layers of fibre there. There's the resin on that side and then there's resin on this side, and I'll rough it up and put more resin just to build up thickness on the back side. These will be fine. That one and that one. And that one. So I'll just put another layer of resin there and I'll just buff that back so it's nice and flat. So that filled in all the holes where I drilled through to get it to bond. And I did the same here with these holes and stuffed it in. I think it sort of worked. A lot of rips and runs down the side of the bar there. I'm going to have to paint it or something now. But I'm looking at buying an M-Spec body kit. It's black. So I'm thinking I might, it does have a split in the front bar as well, but I'm thinking of buying that and running that as street and then using this one as my race bar and, you know, modify this one for the splitter. So yeah, he wants $250 for the kit, so that includes the side skirts, which I don't have any, rear pods which I don't really care about, but you know, you want us to take them. Yeah, alright, so another few hours of letting that set before I do anything. Good afternoon, as it is when I'm filming. All the glass is done. It's all filled up, so it's plenty meaty enough. I used the last resin on these to sort of reinforce and build that up. And put a little bit more over this. And filled, you know, got the holes filled in. This side is really rough as far as resin on the outside. So it's this one actually, they're both really bad. I've just got to clean them up. Simple as that. Which will take time. I'll also use some resin on here to try and seal off the back side of this and create a bit more strength there. So yeah, lots of shaping work to do. However, I've gone and got some dust masks because there is a lot of shaping I'm going to have to do. But just some cheap ones. But I recommend it. If you're cutting up a lot of fiberglass or plastic, mainly fiberglass. Like I said, I don't really get an adverse effect, but might as well take the caution. You know, some fresh sandpaper, some tape and some other bits that I got from credits that I had at Super Cheap. So yeah, time to get to work. Well, if you can still hear after that, here's splitting air release. So using a 5-inch grinder with first a cutting wheel and then a abrasive wheel. Which people use these on steel all the time, but it's really not designed for that. It's designed for much for polishing a steel and not removal of steel. But anyway, these are cleaned up. You notice I will have to finish it all by hand though, because I don't want to go cracking it. I'm getting too aggressive with that. So that looks like at the moment. These are actually splits in the runs. I haven't gone through the paint there. Yeah, just gotta clean it all up, put it on and go for a drive, I reckon. I haven't driven it for a few weeks again now. Oh, and I've also got to see if I can fix this bracket for the other side, because that's what holds the light in, the indicator and fog light. We'll see. Well, she's on. You can see I've got work to do as far as making it look pretty. Excuse me. But fits and lines up. Excuse me indeed. Down here. Down here and here. Down here. All stuff that needs work. But the car is together.